Pradyumna, introduce yourself, please.
Sure, ma'am. Ma'am, first of all, I would like to take this opportunity to express gratitude to the Institute for letting me have an interaction with dignitaries like you. My name is Pradyuman Agrawal and I hail from Guna district of Madhya Pradesh. I have completed my schooling from Shanti Public Higher Secondary School, Guna, securing 98% in class 10th and 95.6% from PCM stream in class 12. Apart from being academically oriented and focused, I am the bearer of a multidimensional and creative personality, and my passion extends towards poetry, public speaking, writing, and playing chess. I have been the bearer of school head boy as well as the cultural representative. I have also been the part of the street drama group of my school, which has performed at several locations. Through these leadership and managerial roles at the school level, my interest rose in management, and I am aspiring to be a manager, orator, writer, and poet. I think that when my creativity and passion amalgamated with the excellence and exposure of IIM Indore, we can certainly bring out unparalleled results.
Okay. Pradyuman, that's very impressive. I want to know, how did you manage to achieve high scores with so many extracurricular activities? You seem to be into too many or multifaceted activities. How did you manage to maintain the score high level?
Ma'am, first of all, the thing is that if we are interested, I believe that when I am interested in something, then there is never lack of time because we can certainly bring out time for our hobbies if we are really interested in them. So time management was one of the keys because I used to manage my studies in the school itself. So I required less of self studies and I spend my leisure time in spending it my hobbies, which were poetry, writing, and all. So I managed to do some endeavors in these fields.
What were your subjects in 11th and 12th?
They were physics, chemistry, mathematics, physical education, and English.
So why didn't you try for a technical line? Why management?
Ma'am, I do not have any dislike or disinclination for the technical field. I respect that a lot. But my particular interest rose towards management when I was in class 11th and 12th. I got certain opportunities in from the school side and unofficial side also to manage some events, to manage some group projects. So I feel that I have that thrilling passion for management, which I do not find for the technical field.
Okay. What would you consider as your greatest strength?
Ma'am, my greatest strength I consider the is my confidence maybe because the main thing which we need for starting anything is confidence. If we are confident enough to start something, we will certainly reach to the outcome at some level.
Okay. So in your academic life, did you ever encounter a situation where you had to make a choice between choosing an activity as a head boy and your academics?
Ma'am, I have been through these situations like I have been through situation when my exams were approaching, like the board exams were approaching, and I was asked to manage some of the events. So at that time, I chose to manage the time again. I chose like the school time which I was when I was in the school. I used to give it for the event part, and when I was at home, I used to give it for the studies so that I could clear the board exams well.
Okay. Who is your ideal?
Ma'am, I do not have any such particular ideal because everyone has some flaws and everyone has some positive parts. So I like to derive the positive aspects from people. So I have derived different things from people. For an example, the director of our school, Mr. Tarun Vadwaji, he gave us an example that however perfect we are, we should never lose the practice momentum. So even if we are at a very good position, then also we should keep practicing. So this was one of the skill which I learned from him.
Okay. Where do you see yourself 10 years down the line?
First of all, ma'am, 10 years down the line, I see myself as an IIM Indore alumni. I see myself as a part of the extensive peer and alumni network of IIM Indore. And since I would have gone through the extensive curriculum of IIM Indore, I would have certainly learned many skills to be ready for managerial and leadership role. So I will be pursuing a managerial or as a leader in some of the cooperative firm, maybe, or maybe I would start my own enterprise. I have a wider image of me working as a manager somewhere, undertaking projects, doing hard work, but I do not have a specific image of what I will be in the future, because I think there is a lot of opportunities which are going to come in my way, and I will select the best for me then.
Okay. Pradyuman, management is a multidisciplinary field. What part of management appeals to you?
Ma'am, most of the parts of the management which I am know about, I know very little about management right now. The parts which I know are some of the marketing, finance, and HR part. Out of them, the human resource management part appeals to me a lot, because I think if we can take out the best from everyone, then we can certainly reach the best outcome. So yeah,
Okay.
that's one.
What news stories have been catching your attention?
News stories, ma'am. These days, the Maharashtra politics is in action. Apart from that, in Madhya Pradesh, currently the wildlife crisis going on in the Kuno National Park of the cheetahs there. That is also there. In the northern part of India, there are floods going on. These are things. And Chandrayaan 3 launch also is in news these days.
Okay. What about our Prime Minister you know latest?
Ma'am, our Prime Minister visited France on 13th and 14th of July. He met the PM of France and with the President of France. He made some of the pacts with them. Also, he was honored with the highest civilian award of France, the Grand Cross of the Legion of Honor, yesterday. He was there to celebrate the Bastille Day with France. He was invited as a guest there.
Do you know how many more people have been awarded this award?
Uh, I do
Title.
not know, ma'am, but all I know is that the last guest they had on Bastille Day was the US President in 2017. Rest I don't know about this. I'm sorry, ma'am.
All right. That will be all from my side.
Thank you.
You talked about your strengths. What are your weaknesses?
If I talk about my weaknesses, one of them which I have caught is that I try to be perfect even before starting things. I have learned this thing lately, that when we are going through the journey, when we are going through the process, then we learn the most of the part, and perfection. We never reach the perfection. We are always growing. So even if we are not ready, we should start taking the opportunities, and the opportunities will ultimately lead us to perfection.
What is the difference between interference and diffraction?
Interference basically means that the two waves when the two waves submerge with each other, that causes the interference, whereas diffraction is that scattering of the waves at a sharp point.
Is that it?
Yes, sir. uh, that is all I could remember at this point now.
Okay, what is the shape of the wave front when light is diverging from a point source?
The wavefront is a radial wavefront when it is from a point source.
ठीक है अब ध्यान से सुनना a light wave enters from air to glass ठीक है
Yes,
what
sir.
will the following how will the following get affected सबसे पहले energy of the wave
So the energy of the wave. So the energy of the wave will remain constant, I think.
why
Sorry.
no problem
Uh, Sorry, sir, I'm not very sure about this, but the three factors which are the wavelength, the energy, and the frequency. Out of these three factors, two factors change inside the glass, whereas the third factor remains constant. So maybe I'm not able to recall it right now, but I will
what
check
would
on this.
happen to the frequency
Frequency. So frequency and energy will change. The wavelength will remain same, I think, in the glass.
वही I'm just asking कि frequency कम होगी बढ़ेगी exactly क्या होने वाला है कि constant
Sorry,
रहने
sir,
वाली है
I'm not able to get on this right now.
what do we mean by word bond angle
Bond angle. So the bond angle is the angle which is made between the two atoms which are joined in a molecule. That is the angle between them.
H2 और H2S में से किसका बॉन्ड एंगल ज्यादा होगा और क्यों
Uh, H2 and H2S. Sorry, sir, I'm not very sure about this.
What is the basic difference between p block elements and d block elements?
So the d block elements have their last electron in the d subshell, whereas the p block elements have the last electron filled in the p subshell.
इसकी वजह से क्या होता है?
Uh, so p block elements are kind of they are more reactive, whereas the d block elements are lesser reactive. Uh,
Okay. What is Kirchhoff's voltage law?
so Kirchhoff's voltage law states that the voltage across a loop, the sum of voltages across a loop, that's equal to zero.
Are you sure on this?
Uh, no, sir,
So
I'm not
series of
very sure
bulb.
about this. Yeah.
So I have bulbs. One is connected in series, another in parallel. Which one is going to glow more and why?
So the one connected in parallel will glow more
Reason?
because all of them have the more voltage than the series one. In series combination, the voltage is divided, due to which the glow is less in series one.
What is Brewster's angle?
Pardon, please, sir.
What is Brewster's angle?
Sorry, sir, I don't have any idea about this, but I will check on this after the interview.
Okay. Bernoulli's theorem? Idea?
So Bernoulli's theorem is related to fluid mechanics.
Hmm.
It talks about the something about the speed of the fluids when they are passing through a tube, but I am not very sure about this. I'm not
You
able to
completed
recall
your
about it.
12th with standard, Pradyuman? This year itself, right?
Yes, sir. This year, sir.
Okay. So, Chandrayaan 3 was launched yesterday, right?
Yes, sir.
रॉकेट का नाम क्या था?
Sir, it was the MVM3,
MVM3?
M MVM. Sorry, MVM1 M3 rocket. It was.
पक्का
Yes, sir.
क्रॉस चेक करना एक बार इंटरव्यू के बाद.
LVM. Sorry, LVM1 M3 rocket. Yeah.
ठीक है. कब तक पहुंचने वाला है?
Sir, the rocket has launched yesterday and it is supposed to cross the orbit of Earth on 31st of July. It is supposed to land on the moon safely at 5:47 p.m. on 23rd of August on the moon.
ठीक है. Why was Russia-Ukraine war again in news? क्या हो गया ऐसा?
Sir, recently there was some meeting and again the issue of adding Ukraine to the NATO was introduced.
No,
Well,
it wasn't the reason.
sorry, sir, then I am not aware of the reason right now.
Okay. Who recently took oath of Maharashtra's deputy CM?
Sir, Ajit Pawar of the Nationalist Congress Party, he took the oath of Deputy CM a fortnight ago in Maharashtra.
Who recently retired from lawn tennis? A very well-known name.
Sorry, sir, I don't have idea about that.
Okay, what happened to Rahul Gandhi? Why was he outcasted from parliament?
Sir, Rahul Gandhi was, according to the Gujarat code, the Gujarat Session Code, Rahul Gandhi was sentenced to prison for 2 years, for more than 2 years. Sorry, for 2 years. If the and there is a rule in Parliament, there is a law that if a MLA the MP is sentenced to prison for a period of 2 years or more, then he is outcasted from the Parliament. Rahul Gandhi was given this punishment uh, as in a defamation case during the 2019 Kular rally before the elections.
And it was against whom? Defamation.
So I do not remember the exact name, but I know something about the reason. Should I share it?
Yeah, please.
Rahul Gandhi said something like all the Modi all the why all the Modis are thieves, something like this. So it rose the anger of the community that he cannot say these things about some community,
Why
taking
were
it general.
wrestlers protesting almost a month back? What exactly happened?
So the wrestlers were putting their demands forward. They were alleging that the WFI chief Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, he has molested or sexually harassed some of the women wrestlers. So to file a complaint against him and get a judgment against him. So they were protesting for that.
Nato Nato won the Oscars this year.
Yes,
Which
sir.
other documentary from India also won the document?
So
Oh, sorry, Oscars. Yeah. Yeah.
The Elephant Whispers also won the Oscars in short documentary criteria.
Who directed it?
Kartiki Gonzalez, he was the director of The Elephant Whispers.
Are you sure?
I may be wrong because I heard it a lot of time back. So yeah.
Okay. Uh, how would you? So now there are two employees under you. Okay, you are
Yes, sir.
boss of them, both of them, both equally capable. Their work is fantastic. You know, and both. Uh, so appraisal season is coming. You have right of giving appraisal to both of them, but promotion to only one. On what grounds would you give the promotion to any one of them?
So firstly, I will go back to the core values of my company, which I am the boss of. The value and mission of the company should be satisfied, and I will look at the long-term vision of the company. So whoever will be suitable for the long-term vision of the company, I will promote it to the job he is suited.
And how will you handle the other one?
Sir, as you said that there is a choice of appraisal for both of them. So certainly I will be giving an appraisal for the other one. And in other terms, like in other progressive terms, if I could help him, I will try my best to do that.
Pradyuman, on fine morning, if you find that, God forbid, 25 lakh rupees have been burgled from your home or
Yes,
have been stolen from your home, okay,
yes, sir.
how would you react?
So certainly, I will react shocked, but I will react fast to take the action. I will try to call the police, and I will ask my family not to tamper with the site of burglary. So I will call the police at the first, then I will look into the case. What if the police suggest me to do?
Okay. Who is currently holding MHRD ministry in India, position in India?
So I'm not very sure, but is it Dharmendra Pradhan? Yeah, he
Okay.
is the MHRD.
Who is CGI, current CGI?
Uh, so the current CGI is Honorable Dr. Justice Dhananjay Y. Chandrachud.
And Speaker of Lok Sabha?
So that is Mr. Om Birla.
Number of seats in Lok Sabha?
There are 543 elected representatives in Lok Sabha at present.
Rajya Sabha?
245, out of which 233 were elected and 12 were nominated by the president.
You're from which state?
I am from Madhya Pradesh, sir.
How many MPs from Madhya Pradesh represent?
So there are total 40 MPs, 29 in Lok Sabha and 11 in Rajya Sabha.
How many districts are there in MP?
So there are 52 districts in MP and two places are also nominated to be as districts in the upcoming future.
You're from which city?
I am from Guna.
You're from Guna. Okay. I'm done with the interview part, Renu.
All right, Pradyuman. How
Yes,
do
ma'am.
you feel?
I feel good, ma'am.
You
I think there is a need to brush up the academic part a lot more. In rest of the sections, I feel a little good.
all right. I don't have too many suggestions, just a couple. One, I would say, instead of making your answers linguistically very strong, try to sound natural. You have a strong academic background, you have good grip on your answers, so you don't have to, make them more ornamental.
Okay, ma'am.
थोड़ा सा टोन डाउन करो बिकॉज आपने कहा आई एम अ bearer of a portfolio and this thing you use this word twice so that caught the attention. तो jargons वाले जो वर्ड हैं जो बहुत ऑर्नामेंटल है उनको कम कर दो.
Okay, ma'am.
ठीक है. नेचुरल जितना साउंड करोगे उतना बेहतर लगेगा. देन आपने कहीं पे द थिंग इज दैट बोला, 2 बार बोला. थिंग इज
Okay,
दैट
ma'am.
दिस इज कंसिडर्ड एज अ गैप फ्रेज. इसको कोशिश करना अवॉइड करो, ना बोलो.
Okay, ma'am.
उसके बाद I think that was all. I liked the introduction part. I liked how you approached the questions and everything. It's just that थोड़ा सा मुझे लगा कि you are very, very strongly trying to prove your mark on in terms of the grip on the language or your answers in this thing. Do not try too hard. Desperation मत लेके आओ अपने जवाब में. Natural रहोगे बहुत अच्छा है.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright?
Let me give the technical feedback first. प्रज्वल, अगर ये वाले हेडफोन्स नहीं यूज कर रहा है तो पॉसिबल कैसा रहेगा? मुझे कहीं ना कहीं यार पता नहीं क्यों इट्स मेरा इंडिविजुअल फीडबैक रहता है कि यार जो ऊपर आप लोग हेडफोन्स पहनते हो या ये वाले पहनते हो उससे कहीं ना कहीं बॉडी लैंग्वेज रिस्ट्रिक्ट होती है, कहीं ना कहीं,
So
मतलब आई
what?
डोंट नो, आई मीन ये एक रिस्ट्रिक्शन है कुछ, क्योंकि कोई भी एसेसरी तुम कैरी कर रहे हो उसको संभालना पड़ेगा ही, थोड़ा
Should I
सबकॉन्शियस
arrange for
रहता है.
airports? Then
एयरपोर्ट्स या विदाउट उसके भी अगर देख ले, एक बार वॉइस चेक करके देख कि कैसे है.
no, so they are not allowing it. I am in the guys. They have
दे आर नॉट
said
अलाउइंग.
that we have to use earphone or headphone for
ठीक है, एक बार
compulsion.
क्रॉस चेक कर लेना. बाकी मेरा इंडिविजुअल फीडबैक है ऑन दिस, दैट्स व्हाई मैंने इसलिए कहा कि मेरा इंडिविजुअल
Yes, sir.
फीडबैक है. दूसरा, थर्ड बटन तक तो एटलीस्ट अपनी बॉडी शो करो.
Okay.
है ना, थोड़ा सा पुश कर आगे कर, देखना टेबल को आगे पुश करना. ये बिकॉज आई नीड, आप जितना दिखोगे.
Is that fine now?
हाँ, और तुम क्या स्ट्रेट नहीं बैठे हो क्या? मुझे कहीं फीलिंग आ रही है तुम थोड़ा
No,
स्ट्रेट
sir.
होकर
I
बैठो.
am
स्ट्रेट हो.
straight only, I think.
अच्छा ठीक है, या फिर ये जो तुम्हारे बड़ा है क्या ब्लेजर थोड़ा सा,
No, sir. It's of my size only, I think.
तो
Yeah.
इसको आगे कर, हैंड्स को. हाँ, एक फीलिंग दे रहा है ये बेटा, कुछ तो था इसकी वजह से मुझे दो तीन बार फील आया. जो तेरा राइट साइड है ना, सॉरी आई थिंक, हाँ योर लेफ्ट साइड को एक बार खुद से देख. डोंट यू थिंक यहाँ पे जो ये फील पड़ रहा है वो बहुत ज्यादा है इस तरफ, है ना?
Maybe I think
ठीक है, हाँ.
I'm not able to notice
ये
that
छोटा
much.
सा टेक्निकल फीडबैक था, बाकी थिंग्स लुक साउंड. But your HR answers was fantastic, except the jargon part. Certainly, I also take it कि jargon वाली चीज किससे कैसे लिखा है, because every answer was bang on. In fact, I would like that ये script next जितनी हमारी वो है, तो please ये script मुझे दे देना. I'll be
Sure,
helping
sir.
students with this, and I think very well knit. मतलब इम्प्रेसिव. और आई थिंक क्या चीज फॉलो करी, क्लासेस के अलावा भी कुछ देखा था या कुछ किया था?
No, so only the SuperGrads sessions which you took first of all for the interview, then the mentors also helped for the script, for revising the script, and I have also given the Rohtak interview, so I have a little idea about it.
आइडिया. तो ये स्क्रिप्ट है ना, आई थिंक ताउम्र काम आएगी तुमको बहुत, क्योंकि तुमने खुद की लिखी हुई है, एंड दिस इज गोइंग टू बी अ ग्रेट हेल्प. बट अब प्रॉब्लम क्या हो रही है देख,
Yes.
फ्रॉम एन इंटरव्यू पर्सपेक्टिव. यू आर समवन, तुम्हारा एटीएस कितना है?
ATS, they have not revealed the ATS, sir.
नहीं आई मीन, तू स्कोर बता दे तीनों सब्जेक्ट्स का, सो दैट.
Sir, it is 20 in the essay part, 46 in the QA, and 136 in the VA.
ठीक है, सो एटीएस तो ओके ओके होगा, बहुत ज्यादा तो नहीं होगा. लेकिन
Yes,
प्रतिभा
sir.
एक सिंपल सी बात है, द वे यू आर आंसरिंग थिंग्स, है ना, एचआर के बाद होप्स बहुत बढ़ जाती है फिर,
Yes, sir.
क्योंकि जो परफॉर्मेंस एचआर का है बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग, एंड फिर सडन अगर डाउन जाएगा एकेडमिक्स में तो बहुत दिक्कत होती है.
Yes,
एंड
sir.
आई एक्सपेक्टेड, जब तुम एचआर के आंसर्स दे रहे थे तो आई थॉट कि यार इसको अपन फिफ्थ गियर में लेके जाएंगे इंटरव्यू को, बट मैं लेके नहीं जा पाया,
Yes,
क्योंकि
academics part
बहुत
थोड़ा.
बेसिक क्वेश्चन है ना, कहीं रुक जा रहे थे तुम. तो मेरे को ऐसा लगा कि तुमने पढ़ाई तो करी है, लेकिन कुछ पोर्शंस टच्ड है, कुछ पोर्शंस अनटच्ड है पूरी तरीके से.
Yes, sir.
कभी इंटरव्यू?
So 20th of July.
तो आई वुड सजेस्ट कि यार अभी इट्स लाइफ का सबसे बड़ा मौका, 10-10 घंटे एकेडमिक्स को दो
Yes, sir.
कम से कम, ठीक है. हैविंग सेड दैट, एक और फ्लॉ मुझे दिखा, करंट अफेयर्स. करंट अफेयर्स में इंदौर डेप्थ पे जाएगा, इंदौर शैलो टचिंग नहीं करेगा कभी भी,
Yes.
और वो अंदर तक जाएगा. सो मैंने 2-3 बार ये चीज नोटिस करी कि आप फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन सेकंड क्वेश्चन आंसर कर ले रहे हो, लेकिन अगर थर्ड
Yes,
क्वेश्चन
sir.
आ रहा है उससे रिलेटेड, या फोर्थ आ रहा है, तो वहां चीज रुक जा रही है. ये स्टैटिक
I
जीके
have
इज
been
गुड,
doing.
ठीक है, बॉडी लैंग्वेज इज गुड, एचआर क्वेश्चंस वर फैंटास्टिक. So I want that you should capitalize. अच्छी
Sir,
बात होती है.
actually, I have, to be honest, I have not gone through the academic part very well yet. I was focusing on the GK, status GK, and all that. So,
बट करंट अफेयर्स में भी डीप डाइव करना पड़ेगा. अगर स्टैटिक जीके में डीप डाइव किया है तो करंट अफेयर्स में बहुत अच्छी डीप डाइव मारनी पड़ेगी. इंदौर इज नोन फॉर आस्किंग क्वेश्चंस दैट आर नॉट इन हेडलाइंस एंड दैट आर इन दैट इज इन इनसाइड न्यूज.
yeah.
ठीक है. सो ये चीज बिल्कुल ध्यान रखना कि दोज क्वेश्चंस आर गोइंग टू कम. ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम माय साइड. ओके. थैंक यू.
Sir, I had a question. Like you and ma'am took the first interview of mine in the Roth before the Rothak. So that time also I met both of you. So do you see that have I improved a little from that part, if you
I
remember?
need to check the last feedback because I think that particular interview is not right now in my memory. Okay,
Yes,
and I'll
sir.
come back to you on this particular question definitely after.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
All the best.
Thank you, ma'am.